What up, YouTube? This is Daniel Rucker with Truth Table. Welcome to the table. Today, we're going to be discussing something I feel that is very important. I didn't set out to be a review-based channel. And shout out to all those content creators who that's their premise. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to start adding elements to my videos that would get you to be more connected to the world, what's going on in social media, what's going on in pop culture, and then help tie my points together. But today, I am going to be discussing something that is relevant in the sense that we gotta stop overly promoting what women need from a spoiled contribution, tangible premise. They don't need anything else. There is no amount of consumerism necessary for current day, modern day women. That's not what they need. And why am I talking about this? Why was I moved to talk about this? Well, one, it's relevant. Two, there's a young man online calling himself a Pastor Poppy Don or something like that. Now, I watched a couple of his videos because I tried to give him a fair chance to not put his foot further in his mouth than what he was doing. But it's hilarious to me that this dude has a significant following. He's a panderer on Uber levels. And he has women who actually listen to him and promote what he's saying. And it's sad because I'm like, okay, hold on. We got men like Kevin Samuels, myself, MTR, Fresh and Fit, Coach Greg Adams, The People Let's Talk, and so on, who what I would consider to have positive representation from just an aesthetic. And what I mean by that is these men are not coming on camera looking like clowns, coming on camera all tatted up. A woman that takes romantic advice from a man with face tattoos? Come on. Like, seriously? That's how far we've come. But anyway, before I get cooking, we're going to go ahead and... So let me go ahead and slide on into the kitchen, because over here we get cooking. So I'm gonna, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the video. It's a quick video, like 20 seconds or so. But just pay attention to the cat starting the video by singing an R&B song. Like, come on, yo, like, seriously? Like, this is the guy. Like, this is the one taking up the flag for Derrick Jaxn. Because everybody, Derrick Jaxn got buried. You know how that situation went about. And then now you just got a light-skinned version who's thugged out Derrick version. But he's like, come on, man, simp, hooray. Like, Anyway, without further ado.
You remind me of a girl. Good morning. These women got their shit together. They got cars, cribs, and businesses. They've been to dinner and they've been all over the world. Send us some fucking money, stupid. You want to stand out, don't you? Everybody's taking this girl to dinner. Some niggas done took on vacation. Why do you think the minimum is gonna do something? Do something different. Get the nails done. Do just something different. That's all they want. I swear to God. Have a good day.
So, y'all like that? All right. Well, now this is my problem. I have been observing the space that is in Manosphere. There's a lot of conversations going on around the problems that are existing within communication amongst men and women. The expectations of men, the expectations of women. And then I've heard as of lately, well, what's the solution? We know the problem. What's the solution? And I believe that's really difficult to answer, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't think it is one thing. I think that it's going to take an immense amount of time to create an awareness of really each person's individual accountability. The perceptions that have been heavily marketed, we're talking about media engines. We're talking about commercialization. We're talking about movies and music and, social media that has cultivated the mindset of people collectively. Regardless of what most want to admit, we're all programmed to some degree, to some way, shape, or form. We are products of our immediate environment, but we're also products of the kind of content and, media we consume, information we consume. And so what I believe is that it's going to be a dual effort. It's going to take men like myself, who's going to be bold enough to sit on my YouTube channel and other platforms and speak from a place of experience and accountability, saying things that you need to be holding yourself accountable for, things that you need to be working on to better yourself. Speaking to both men and women. And then it's going to take each and every individual to self-assess, self-analyze, and take some accountability for their own life, take some accountability for their own thought process. Look around their social circle, look and see who they interact with, look and see what they naturally are gravitated towards. One of the things that I don't think people even realize is that a lot of people are attracted to negativity, by nature attracted to negativity. It's the same reason why people are driving down the highway minding their own business. There's a car accident that has nothing to do with you. It's none of your business, but you all up in the mix and all trying to figure out what's going on that side of the freeway, when you could just keep driving, staying in your lane. And I think that that's a part of it, is that us as people, us as men, us as women, you guys have to take some accountability. The change is going to happen when people start really looking and understanding that just because the economy has more money flowing through it, just because people have nicer things, that does not mean that us as individuals, in my opinion, have progressed. We have a society now that is technologically inclined, but just based on socialization and etiquette, morality, most people are morally bankrupt, in my opinion. And I think that speaks to the problem. That's obviously the problem, but what's the solution? One of the solutions is going to be folks starting to do self-assessment and understand and weighing themselves towards a place and being honest of, do I really stack up? Do I really stand for something? A lot of people will sit there and say, don't disrespect me. Don't you dare disrespect me. But they don't respect self. You can't demand or request respect if you yourself as an individual don't respect yourself. So the solution is going to be each individual taking a hard look at their own progress, their own thoughts, their own habits, their own practices, and starting to identify if there's room for improvement. And then this requires you to be honest, because a lot of people really don't like to be honest. They like to lie to themselves. I hear terminologies like, oh, well, I'm a good person. But are you? How can you as an individual self-assess self? I'm under the frame of mind that it is very difficult to grade your own work. Like in school, when you used to do your papers, you needed someone to read over it, to check for errors, to check for, spelling and, punctuation and all of that. I think life is the same way. And what's crazy is that a lot of people that are successful will tell you that mentors and people that you are aspiring to be should be the individuals that you report to so that they can hold you accountable. You got a network of people that hold you accountable, or an individual that holds you accountable, and somebody that's unbiased, someone that's gonna keep it 100 with you and let you know when you're slipping. And a lot of people, I don't believe, live by this premise, men and women. And I believe that that's where it's gonna start, because you as a person are not qualified to self-assess in a way that is solely accurate. You have to ask other people who interact with you, who has seen you at work, who has seen you sad, mad, upset, when you're happy, when you're mad, when you are doing well in life, when it's a struggle. You got to ask those people, how am I? Is it easy to get along with me? Am I pleasant? Am I consistently nice? Do you consider me a quality individual? See, what I try to do is I do self-assess. I have people who hold me accountable. My family is one of them. I got friends as well who do the same thing. But because I'm constantly putting myself in environments to meet new people, quality people, successful people, the consensus has been to where I hear similar things that are around the same theme. And that gives me the reassurance that I am at least consistent in the way that is being seen by multiple eyes, multiple perceptions, multiple viewpoints. I'm not just staying with the same people, staying in the same circles, and then saying, well, I'm all right, I'm good. No, everybody has to push past their own individual level of comfort. If you're really trying to be top tier and trying to be the best, if you're trying to ascend to a level that puts you in a position to start demanding the best from the world, to start demanding the best from people, you have to, first of all, be your absolute best. And that's where I think it starts. I believe that a lot of us were fed misinformation. And life, as vast as it is, really has key elements to what most people want and strive for. And that's peace, success, love, legacy, fun, compassion, support, for the most part, in a general sense. Most people want some of those things. And this is not a black or white or young or old no, it's a human thing. All of us want to be experiencing the best that life has to offer. So I believe that in order for you to start experiencing that, you have to first hold yourself accountable. Now, some may be saying, well, why is this video that you put on your broadcast relevant? Well, when you have men like Mr. Pastor Poppy or whatever his name is, spewing out venom, people like myself have a duty to jump on their broadcast in their respected sphere of influence and correct the nonsense, correct the toxicity, correct the BS that is being spewed into the arena of people, the globe, the world. This is nonsense. And we got women who are subscribing to this BS, and it's creating a wrong perception. Ladies, I would encourage you to be very careful who you allow to once speak into your life. Just because something is popular doesn't necessarily mean that it's right. Men, when you see this kind of nonsense, it's your job to get on your posts and check and correct. There ain't no way this dude should be allowed, or have the freedom to spew this venom and corrupt the minds of the women out here with erroneous information. So I wanted to touch on that today. I wanted to, hopefully create conversation perspective, because we have wolves in sheep clothing. We have roaches in the house. That's what I'll say. Cause come on, seriously, I judge no man from a place of aesthetic, but come on, would you let a dude like that date your daughter? Would you co-sign someone like that to date your daughter? Seriously. So it needs to stop. We need to do better. Anyway, thank you guys for your time today. May felt like a little bit of a rant. That's gonna happen sometimes. But I'm gonna continue to bring this content. I'm gonna continue to hopefully convey perspective and give you guys something to think about, something to chew on. Because it needs to change, it needs to stop. He needs to do better. We as people need to have higher standards. Collectively, period. So this is Daniel Rucker, sliding out the kitchen, signing out. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And until next time, you guys be easy.